I was born and raised in church. My mom was a good Christian lady. My father didn't attend church as often, but he made sure that we went. That was one of his rules. We went to church and heard it all, knew it all. And I was probably 7 or 8 years old. We were at Vacation Bible School, and several of us together decided that we didn't want to go to hell, and there was only one way to do that, and that was put our faith in Jesus Christ. And so we made a pact together outside that when the invitation came that afternoon or that evening, that we were going to go to the altar and make it right. And so we all did, and got baptized, and everything was great. You know, I was involved in church. Things started making more sense then with church. I started listening to the preacher preach a little more, and everything was going really good. Then teenage years hit. And just being a teenager kind of made me feel alone sometimes, like no one cared. It didn't matter what I was doing at church. The other kids at school my age weren't going, and felt like I didn't fit in. And there was one thing out there that would make me fit in. And about the age of 14, I started drinking alcohol. Started hanging around with my friends that was doing the same thing, and unfortunately I had the personality and the makeup that it became an addiction to me, that my other friends could put it down when they wanted to and I couldn't. And turned out through the next 12 years of my life that alcohol ruled me. It was the most important thing in my life. I remember times when I would forego family functions because my mother disapproved of my drinking. Even though I thought I was hiding it very well, they all knew. And I wouldn't hang around with my family. I wouldn't do things that I couldn't fit alcohol into. And it just became my God, I guess. It was what dictated my actions, dictated how I felt. Drank every day. Got married, got a job, got a great job to become a policeman. And boy, you tell you what, you take an alcoholic, you put a badge on them, and now you have a license to drink and do whatever you want to do, so you think. And things just progressively got worse. My marriage was not the best at the beginning. Things got real rocky, and the alcohol was just taking over. And I remember one night I told my wife, I'm not going to drink tonight. Just for some reason I'm not going to drink. And well, I started to go to bed. I went to get a drink of water out of the refrigerator and noticed there was only one beer in the refrigerator. And I went and put my shoes on and drove to the liquor store and bought some more beer. And my wife asked me why, and I said, because what if I get up in the middle of the night and want more than one and there's only one in there? And the next day, she made me realize what I'd done. I realized I had a problem at that point in time, that I'd never done that before. It was getting pretty serious with the addiction. And my sister, God bless her, was witnessing to me and talking to me, and my mother was praying for me. I've heard stories of when the unspoken requests went out at church, my mom's hand went up, and there's a song called Unspoken Request, and my mom cries and tells me that I was her unspoken request. So in my foolishness, there were still people who loved God and loved me and sustained me in God's presence. I almost feel like Lot with Abraham, praying for him a lot. And so when it got bad, I turned to God, and He took the alcohol away from me. But that's when the trouble really kind of started in my life. Even though God had delivered me from that, the effects of that on my life had led to some more problems, and it ended in my marriage and divorce. It just tore it apart from years before, the things that alcohol did to us. And so God was there, and I realized that God was the one that pulled me out of that. And so through the divorce, I just clung to Him, because if He could take alcohol away from me, surely He could help me with the problems, other problems of life. I just turned to Him and hung to Him, and He brought my life complete circle, and I've met Amanda, and he put us together, and been married for 6 years now, and I finally understand what a godly marriage is about when you're married with someone that you consider your best friend for 6 years, and you've never fought and argued, because there's nothing really in life worth fighting over when God is the center of your marriage. It can work itself out. We just trust God for our marriage and our life, just like I did for Him delivering me from alcohol. And all I can say, if there's someone out there that is struggling with the same things that I've dealt with in my life, whether it's addiction of alcohol or drugs or whatever, whether your life is crumbling down around you from a divorce or from a split family or from whatever your problem is, whatever this world throws at you, friend, God is the only one that can pull you out of that. Through Jesus Christ and His work on the cross, there is no other place to go but to the foot of the cross and seek Jesus to help you with your problems. You still have a problem, but you got a friend that leads you through it and helps you to just delivers you from it and through it, and helps you to stand on solid ground, and you look back on the problem and go, it really wasn't that tough after all when Christ leads you through it.